So there was a time in my life where I didn't really know that so many men were DL. I guess before you really know, you just don't know. You don't think of it. And when I found Grindr on my ex's phone, he told me, oh, it was just a dating app. I just downloaded it to see what it was. It wasn't until like a year later I actually learned what Grindr was and put two and two together. And now after being with at least one, but allegedly two or three different DL guys, I know the ropes by now. And one thing that's in common with all of them is they treat women like garbage, one. Two, they're serial cheaters. The reason is because they will just do it with anything that moves. They don't care what it is, they just want to get off. So if you have a man that's very, very sexually undisciplined, I'm not saying all the time, but a lot of the time it's because they're DL. Another thing is like machismo guys, like very, very macho. That can sometimes be a sign. Another one is a macho guy that likes to like grab other guys' parts. An example is with my ex, like he played sports, so he would always be smacking other guys' butts or be grabbing their you-know-whats, their private parts. And they would be like, ha ha ha, it's a joke. It's not a joke. Like, normal dudes don't want to grab other people's junk. Like, one of my exes literally would like stick his you-know-what in an empty door handle in his brother's room, just obsessing over his private part. And ha ha ha, he was one of those really big, crazy, outgoing, joking guys, but was always grabbing on other men, which in hindsight is so obvious. But even when I brought this up to my friends years later, I told them that he was DL. All my guy friends that were on the soccer team with him were like, this makes so much sense, because he was always grabbing us and none of us did that. He was the only one that was like up in everyone's junk, and they're like, oh, that's just how he is. But they were like, no, it's so obvious. Like, I don't know why we didn't see that 10 years ago. But yeah, as studies come out, they are proving more and more that a lot of abusive men are DL, and this is my assumption. It's probably just because they don't want to come to terms with it and they hate themselves, so then they take it out on women because they don't actually like women, and they are blaming the woman for them not being able to be with men, which is really the opposite. It's really the patriarchy that is not letting them be with other men. So yeah, I hope this helps. Stay safe.
If he's mean to you, if he's rude to you, if he's nasty, if he has a sassy attitude, if he cheats on you multiple times with multiple women, if he has multiple babies' mothers, any more than 2, 3 for sure, if he has told you multiple times that every situation in his life that didn't work out with the woman was because there was something wrong with the woman, reverse it, okay? If he is a very, very, and I mean very sharp dresser, I'm talking about beyond the norm, okay? If he likes loud colors, if he always has to have all the attention when he gets into a space, and if he gets disappointed because you get more attention than him, if he tries to devalue you, if he tries to embarrass you in front of people, if he shows up somewhere with you and then disappears, if he belongs to a secret society, one in particular, if he calls all of his boys his brothers, if he gossips like a woman. I'll be back with more. But if any of those things are present in your guy, he's DL.
Hun, he's not just DL gay or gay. He's a bottom. He's a bottom. Do you know what that means? He's not just DL. He is not just DL. That man is a bottom. Do not take that with a grain of salt. I said what I said. He's a bottom. Ooh.
Talking about how DL men try to flirt with gay dudes. I got y'all right here. Here you go. You smoke? Okay, yeah, bet. Hell yeah, shit. I was just saying, like, if you want the match, I could pull up over there. Hell yeah. Bro, it's late as fuck. Like, what you doing up? You should be asleep, bro.
signs that your husband might be gay. You guys wanted this series, so I'm going to go ahead and provide. I've been with my husband for 12 years, and he just recently came out as gay. We are high school sweethearts, and these are the signs or the things that I might have missed that could be signs. He was super clean cut. He did get his eyebrows done, but I was the one that convinced him to get his eyebrows done in the first place, so I never really thought that that was a sign. He wasn't super handy around the house. If something needed to get hung or anything like that, I would be the one to hang it, or he would call someone if something needed to get fixed. He wasn't the type to just go and get the tools. My husband was super masculine and super protective, so there wasn't any signs there. He did have a cologne collection, which some people are saying is a sign, but I always liked that he smelled good. He always kept his clothes super clean and super nice. Like, all of his shoes always looked brand new. Like, he hated for things to look worn out, but again, that's something that I liked about him. So to me, it wasn't a sign, but it could be easily mistaken for a sign, I guess. We have 2 kids. We didn't have any problems in the bedroom. I know that's a lot, but a lot of people are asking. He did spend a lot of time with his guy friends, and I did feel like he had more fun out with the guys than he did with me, which is unfortunate for me, but he never treated me poorly. I mean, we could be grasping for things, but he loved the fall and pumpkin spice lattes, which is probably the biggest sign, but I don't know, because who doesn't love a PSL? I think the biggest sign of all time is not thinking that it was impossible. Like, I remember seeing a story about a girl who followed her husband because she thought that he was cheating, and she followed him to a motel, and she saw her best friend's car in the motel, and when they went inside, it was her best friend's husband and not the best friend. And ever since I saw that story, I remember thinking, like, oh my god, like, that's terrifying, but I didn't think that that was impossible, and I think that that is the biggest sign. Looking back, that's the biggest sign. Anyways, that's all I could think about right now. But yeah, let me know if you guys want me to read more into it.
These are signs that I ignored before finding out that my boyfriend was a DL. I think I already told the story, but these are just signs that I ignored. Number 1 was when he told me that he felt more comfortable around his homeboys than me. Like, okay. And then when I told him, well, you should just go be with your homeboys then, he didn't say anything about that. He laughed. Okay. Second was when I was on the phone with him, and his homeboy didn't know that he was on the phone with me, and he walked in the room and was like, yeah, I know you and what's up call was effing last night. He said him and his other homeboy's name. Okay. Third was when he brought the same homeboy. It's the same homeboy. It was always the same homeboy. He brought him a gift for his birthday, but he didn't buy me nothing for my birthday. Okay. My last straw was when I found him watching, you know what, on his phone, but it wasn't a girl and a boy. It wasn't even a girl and a girl. It just so happened to be a boy and a boy. And his excuse for that was, oh, it was a dare from him and his homeboys or something like that. Something stupid. And I just was like, okay.
The reason why you're not finding anything in his phone as far as, women and him liking girls' pictures and him texting some other bitch, you're worried about the wrong thing, babe. You're looking for a woman. He's messing with a man. Especially these military men. Yeah, a lot of these military men are gay. I'm not kidding. I'm not even exaggerating. Honestly, I'm probably downplaying it a lot. A lot of these military men are gay. They're gay. They're getting bent over. Even the big muscular ones that y'all think, oh no, that would never, no, yeah, no, they're twinks. They're bottoms. They're getting bent over in porta potties while they're in the field. Or they're holding on to trees while someone's behind them in the field. Dirty as hell. Raw, mind you. Just spit and dirt. They're fucking in the barracks rooms with random men that they just met. Or friends that they know. They're having little gay barrack room orgies. Yeah. Yeah. There's so many military wives who swear to God, oh, not my man. No, I checked that phone. I go through that phone. Blah, blah. Mind you, something else with the phone thing that I just got to get this out. A lot of these military men have, or almost all of them, they have lockers at their jobs. They can just get another phone, y'all. Like, it's not that hard. I'm going to be real with y'all. Like, all y'all that brag about checking these men's phone, Y'all, it's not hard to get under the phone, y'all. It's really not. Y'all, men have had secret families. They still have secret families. You don't think they can have a second phone? Y'all, it's not hard. Please stop. I hate to be rude about this, but stop overestimating your detective skills. So I promise you, a lot of these men, they're not even trying that hard to hide it. Y'all are just looking for the wrong fucking thing. Y'all don't check his group chat with his boys. And even if you do, it's probably not going to be in there because, again, especially with these military men, they'll just tell you, oh yeah, I'm going to go to work. Because they are going to work. To fuck their buddy. Well, this isn't, like, even groundbreaking news. Like, there's another person on TikTok, and they literally were saying how, like, this guy came in, like, you know, they had the whole time together and everything. They're both men. And after they had their time together, the guy was like, oh yeah, I really need to come over here, blah, blah, because my wife, you know, she's pregnant. And the guy was like, pregnant? What do you mean pregnant? What wife? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? And the other guy's like, yeah, you know, like, I have a wife, and, like, she's pregnant with our second kid, and I don't really want to be with her, but I mean, she's pregnant again, so I just really needed some relief. Anyway, the wife ended up miscarrying, and as soon as the wife miscarried, the first person he wanted to go and see was the man across town. So yeah, just think about that and get tested, because again, most of these men don't wear protection, and most of them don't get tested either.
Here are things that aren't inherently gay, but I find gay, and therefore I would stop talking to a man over them. If he's homophobic, he's gay. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. No ifs, ands, or buts, because that's internalized homophobia right there. If he doesn't want to be around gay people, if he doesn't like gay people, it's because he has something within himself that he doesn't want to admit. That is gay. Like, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but I don't want to date a gay man, you know? If he wants to do butt stuff, there is a God-given designated hole for sex with women, and you want to use that men have? Gay. That is gay. Like, that is gay. Same as if, like, a man is more of an ass guy than a titties guy, because that's gay. Guys also have ass. The one thing that girls have that men don't have is boobs and a vagina. So if you're really a man who likes anal and ass, just say you want another man. Like, that is so gay, and I've always thought that. If a man is always making jokes about being gay, that's a sign that he's gay. He's trying to see how you would react to that. Like, I'm being serious. This is something that a lot of straight men do. They make jokes about getting with their little boyfriends. That's not a joke. That's an admission of, like, guilt. He wants to see how you would react. If a man wants a 3 with another man, maybe he's a cuck. Like, if a man is a cuck, like, I'm not talking cook, I'm talking cuck. Like, cook, like C-U-C-K. He's gay. He's living vicariously through you. He wants to be, when he's watching you, he wants to be in your position. He's imagining that. He is living through you. He is gay. If you ask to do your man's makeup and he says no, he is gay because he's scared he's gonna like it. He's scared he's gonna, like, it's gonna awaken something inside of him. Like, especially, he knows he can wash it off. He's not dumb. Like, you're gay.
Things that I've noticed DL men do. I got a long list here, and this is a collective list from over the years of me dealing with DL men, knowing women who have dealt with DL men. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, they like to follow Instagram models so that they can appear to be straight. All right. So if you go on a guy's Instagram following and you're looking through his following, what you're going to notice is, like, the majority of people he follows is, like, Instagram model, half naked women, just, like, you know, the Instagram girls that guys like to follow. But particularly a DL man's following is going to be literally filled with these types of women. They're barely going to have anybody that they actually know, because a lot of DL men don't know how to maintain relationships to begin with. So their Instagram following, if you check it and you see a whole bunch of Instagram models, or on the flip side, you might see a lot of trans women, or you might also see a lot of gym bros that they're following. Check that following list. That's going to reveal a lot to you. The next one, they will treat their male best friend like more than a friend. All right. Their male best friend is going to be like the apple of their eye. They're going to always ride or die for them. And yes, while you are supposed to have your bros back, like, when you start to treat your bro like he's your girl and you're treating your girl like she's a bro, that's a red flag. A lot of DL men do that. They don't know how to treat women. They're going to treat their guy friends a lot better than they treat the women that they're dating or the women in their life in general. They don't have good relationships with women, whether that's a mother, a sister, a female cousin. Like, they just do not have good relationships with women because they don't like women. Right. So, of course, if you don't like someone, it's going to be hard to maintain a good relationship with them. The next one is they are obsessed with the gym. They can spend hours at the gym multiple times a day, multiple days a week. DL men love the gym. They love to go to the gym, and a lot of the times it's not to do the working out that you think they're doing, okay? They go there to meet men. They go there to look at other men. They go there to be in the bathroom with other men. A lot of hookups take places in gyms. So a DL man, he is going to love being at the gym. Now, I know there are men who are not DL who enjoy working out, right? But the difference is, like, a DL man is going to be obsessive with it. Like I said, he will be there multiple times a day, several days a week. Okay. I'm talking about 2 gym sessions, 5 days a week type of thing. That is suspicious. Just saying. Next is they like to stare at other men while working out. Okay. I've noticed this in DL men that I've dated and gone to the gym with. Like, instead of focusing on their workout, they're going to be focusing on the men. Like, it's like they go there to hunt out. You know what I mean? Like, I heard something about something called cruising. I feel like the gym is a place where DL men do this. That's what I've noticed, at least. Like, they go to the gym and they seek out other men. They look for who's going to exchange with them. Like, it's a place where they meet up for sure. The next one is he might have a gay best friend. He might have a gay best friend, and that gay best friend might actually be his boyfriend. If you notice a guy that you're dating has a guy friend and that guy friend treats you weird and gives you weird vibes and acts like they don't like you, it's because they're probably hooking up with your man, okay? So that guy friend looks at you as somebody that's in the way of the relationship between him and his guy friend, if that makes sense. They might have a gay best friend, or they might have like a really close homeboy that's not even necessarily gay, but like I said in the beginning, they're going to treat them better than they treat you. Next thing a DL man does, obviously, most of them, if not all of them, they mistreat women. They don't know how to treat women. They are abusive. I say it time and time again, DL men are inherently abusive, and especially towards women. So if this guy, like, they have no respect for women whatsoever. They disrespect women like it's nobody's business. Whether it's their mother, they're going to have a weird relationship with their mom. They're going to call women all types of bitches and hoes. Like, that's how they refer to women. A lot of them say, "Oh, that female, this." You know what I mean? So it's like they don't know how to treat women. They abuse women, whether physically, emotionally, sexually, financially. They abuse women in all sorts of ways. So that's a red flag. Like, if you know a man who's constantly, like, a man who beats on women, DL, period, point blank, okay? He's fighting some demons for sure. And this list is super long, so I'm gonna have to do it in parts. But the last one I'm gonna say is a DL man. I'll say 2 more. A DL man, he's going to hire ex workers, and he might solicit smecks on Craigslist for sure. And it's because, like, they're looking for a certain type of woman. Okay, a lot of DL men are into trans women. A lot of them are into trans women. So they might be going on these websites to solicit smecks specifically from trans women or from men. DL men, they will definitely be the type to be, if you go through their search history, you're going to find like Craigslist that they've been on. You might find gay corn websites that they've been on. Their search history can be very telling. A lot of them will delete their search history so that you can't see, like, you know, what they've been searching. But if you were to catch a DL man search history before he deleted it, it's gonna have a lot of lewd and lascivious activities in there. So go ahead and leave me a comment if you've noticed in a man that you dated who ended up being DL, if they did any of these things. Stay tuned for part 2 because I got a long list.
Y'all keep trying to figure out how to find out if a nigga DL and y'all skipping past the key components. If a nigga is very secretive with his phone, he most likely DL. It's no reason for a man to just have his phone on do not disturb all day. Like, who's contacting you for real? Be for real. If he's just so quick to get super aggressive with a woman, just always ready to get irate with women, but never is on that same level when it comes to men, that nigga is gay and he a bitch. So save two and one. Save yourself. If a man fucks with way too many women, you fuck with way too many women. Like, I'm telling you, like, you got a new bitch every week. Like, you telling me you running through all this cat and not one of these cats could satisfy you. Not one of these coochies could satisfy you. And you know why none of these coochies could satisfy you? Because you ready for some boochie. You don't want no coochie. You want some boochie. That's why no cat could satisfy you. You ain't gonna be satisfied with something that you don't want. Come on now. A nigga that just cannot, for the life of him, respect a woman to save his life. Like, a man who can't respect a woman do not want a woman. He wants a man. Like, it's no way that you can't respect not one woman in your life. You come around all these women and you disrespectful. For what? For what? You gay. If that nigga sitting up there, always got an attitude, always seem like he mad, want to argue with you, gotta get the last word, bitch shit that women do, that nigga is gay. He don't want you. He wants to be with a man because you is getting on his nerve. You getting on his goddamn nerve. Automatically, any nigga that been in jail for too many years, like, 1 year is enough for me. You've been up in that jail cell horny as hell. I don't trust you. You shouldn't trust him. I'm sorry. He did something. If a nigga get on the phone talking differently than he does to men than he speaks to you, that nigga is gay. Why is you catering to talk to a man a different way? You trying to put some bass in your voice when it comes to a man, but when you talking to the... Look, I don't know. Maybe women make niggas soft and he gotta act like he that boy when it comes to the men. I just feel like it's kind of fruity. It's fruity! Skinny jeans. It speaks for itself. Don't sit up here acting like you don't know your nigga gay when he got skinny jeans on, for real. Don't piss me off. Do not piss me off. Honestly, I don't give a fuck if a nigga gay, if a nigga straight. I'm cool with all y'all. But stop acting like you don't know your nigga gay. Like, honestly, a lot of these bitches be knowing that they nigga gay and they don't care.
A down low man's dream is a masculine looking woman. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. I've been counseling men and women for many years now who have experienced abuse and those who have also been perpetrators of abuse. And I want to take a little time to talk about, down low men and, masculine women. And so one of the things that I've noticed, again, over my career is that a down low man will love a masculine woman because I think a masculine woman or women with strong masculine features, and one of the reasons he loves that, and I use the word love, not in a traditional sense, because I think a DL man still has a love-hate relationship with the woman that he is with, if that makes sense. But one of the reasons that he gravitates towards that is because it's really showing his unconscious sexual desires, which is to be with another man, which he won't admit out loud, but he will secretly do behind his partner's back. But having a partner with strong masculine presenting features, whether that be a a masculine body, or whether that be a strong masculine face, or whether that be a partner with a lot of, facial hair that may grow a mustache or a beard and is okay with that. All of these sorts of things shows what he is unconsciously attracted to. And a lot of times when men who are down low or who have unconscious desires of their sexuality get with women that are high maintenance, a lot of times they will try to convert a woman that's high maintenance. That means a woman who likes to do her makeup every day, who likes to get her hair done, who likes to get her nails done. They will try to convert them and tell them, pressure them to not wear makeup and to not get all dolled up. It's because they may secretly want a man, right? And it's like, oh, okay, you have nicer looking masculine features, and you look better without makeup. There is that, but there's also that need to, have that control and get her to conform and be compliant. So he can be the dominant man and she could be the submissive man. I think a lot of times too with men who are on the DL, when they're with a woman, they're constantly putting women in masculine energy. So it's not uncommon for, men like this to have women that are, doing all of the labor. So these women are working and providing for the relationship, and they may feel like, okay, well, I get to be here and be sort of a pillow princess or a passenger princess. I'm kind of, I'm getting the princess treatment. She can go out and do all of the dominant things such as work and provide for me because I'm the queen in this relationship. And a lot of times this is, again, a lot of unconscious things that they will say, even if the two of you are constantly at home fighting over money and you're fighting over him not being ambitious, and you're telling him every day, get up and take your ass and go get a job, and it's sort of his passive aggressive way of controlling the dynamic and making you masculine by coming up with these bullshit excuses every day as to why he can't and why he won't and why he don't do what he needs to do. It's because he secretly wants princess treatment and he is on the down low. But again, a masculine looking woman is their dream. You may also find them getting with, in black culture we call them studs, but in lesbians, butch lesbians. So not a lipstick lesbian as they call it, but women that are really strong, masculine, they like that, right? Because again, it allows them to unconsciously live out their desires all the while saying that I'm straight, right? So there is that. But I think there is this need to take away everything that you are as a woman and for them to inherently take on everything that you are a woman. That's why they're called energy vampires. That's why it's pathological and it's why it's dangerous. These men will also beat your ass, and beat it out of you, beat the woman out of you, right? And they will hate you for being a woman. And so that's why a lot of these men are psychologically abusive, are emotionally abusive, are physically abusive, are sexually abusive, because they want to strip a woman from their power because you embody everything that they wish that they could have. And every day that you are with them, they are going to punish you for being you. But a lot of times too, with a down low man, this is also going to escalate into other things. As I like to say, you guys know that I've put on the pathology and the escalation, and I've done a fair number of videos of that. And so what this will escalate is into them wanting to be with someone who is masculine in other ways, such as being with a transgender, and, you know, maybe engaging in, sex with gay male prostitutes and other things. So there's like a progression through this thing. So it's like woman, masculine woman, transgender, gay, and then full on, you know, relationships and things like this, all the while in secrecy, and being very, very deceptive about what their intentions are. And a lot of times they're very dangerous and punitive to women and even transgender and even to gay men as well. They're going to be punitive to everybody and even to themselves because they're very self-destructive. A lot of men like this don't like to wear a condom, you know, because they're angry, and they feel like I should be able to do what I want to do, and I'm going to unleash the dragon, and I don't care about the consequences that I get on myself, and I don't care about the consequences that other people get as a result of my actions. It's one of the reasons I believe for a long time that the Diagnostics and Statistical Manual, which is what we use to diagnose in mental health as mental health professionals, believe that's one of the reasons for a long time that homosexuality was a pathological mental illness, is because of the behaviors that go along with down low men. And I actually think they need to add it back into there, because I do think that there is a form of psychopathy that goes along with being down low. And down low isn't the same as not being out of the closet, because you could be a person that struggles with sexual desires, such as a man that's not out of the closet yet, like you're not sure, but you're not going to put people at risk, if that makes sense. You're not going to engage in risky behaviors and be unapologetic, feel like people deserve what they get and not care, and go on with like these elaborate double lives where you're actively putting your wife, your children, all the people that you know in harm's way without a care in the world. And I feel like that's what down low men do. You're also not going to be beating on women too, right? To, try to compensate for your lack of being authentic. So I think that there is that difference there. So I hope that this helps. Ask away any questions you might have. And again, this is only a 10-minute video, so of course, there's only so much that I can talk about there. So like, comment, follow, and share. Thanks so much.